Hello, dear friends. In today's video, I would like to discuss the Indian media's handling of the contentious case of Bishop Franco. The main reason why I wanted to address this was because the coverage by media was glaringly one-sided and virtually no media outlets were presenting it in an impartial light. Instead, many assumed the role of a court, pronouncing verdicts and judgments on the bishop while portraying him as a criminal. Notably, even following his acquittal, none of the news anchors or the so-called expert commentators have offered any apologies. Join me as we undertake a thorough analysis examining each segment of the coverage under the Indian legal system. Let's get started. The first fundamental principle in the legal system is that the burden of proof lies with the accuser, which means it is the responsibility of the accuser to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the accused has committed the alleged crime. But in the case of Bishop Franco, this was absolutely reversed. I was shocked to see a national news anchor saying that it is the responsibility of the bishop to prove his innocence. Let's watch this interaction.
What happens is, when there is a sensitive case like this, the onus is usually not on the victim to prove that she has not been raped. The onus is on the accused, on the man here. Because the onus is on the accused to prove that you're guilty or not guilty. It is your duty to prove. So what are the evidences that you have?
It was indeed absolutely surprising that a national TV anchor is unaware of a fundamental legal principle. The burden of proof always lies with the accuser. Do we genuinely wish to live in a world where anyone can make any accusations and it becomes the responsibility of the accused to prove their innocence? Something for us to think about. The second most fundamental principle in the legal system is the presumption of innocence, which means until it is proved in the court of law, the accused should be treated innocent of the crime. This principle safeguards individuals from unfair treatment or prejudice before their guilt is established through due legal process. Nevertheless, the scenario took a completely different turn for Bishop Franco. From the very moment the accusation became public, the media indulged in character assassination, portraying him as if he was unquestionably guilty. Let's take a moment to listen to this montage where none of the individuals extend the benefit of the doubt or consider his innocence even for a second. It's important to note that all these videos were recorded as soon as the accusation became public and the facts of the case were far from clear to anyone.
14 to 16, this particular nun was brutally, cruelly raped by this person, Bishop Franco. He used his authority, his power and influence to subdue that particular woman, and he committed a brutal rape.
I don't know why the police is silent, or why they are not going to arrest Franco. We don't know. They told in front of the court that they got the almost all the evidence. Then why they are fearing?
Evidences are there, but why he is not getting arrested? Police report says that evidences are there. And so we demand the immediate arrest of Franco Mulakkal. Government.
I comprehend that rape is an inherently sensitive issue, but it is crucial to exercise caution and prevent our emotions from overpowering us. We should refrain from demonizing the accused solely based on accusations until he is convicted in the court of law by a fair trial. As the famous saying in legal circle goes, it is better that 10 guilty persons go free than that one innocent person be convicted. Again, something for us to think about. The third fundamental principle is due process, which ensures that every individual accused is entitled to a fair hearing or trial before an impartial and competent tribunal. This principle encompasses right to be informed of the charges, the right to legal representation, the right to confront witnesses, and the right to present evidence. Given the circumstances in Bishop Franco's case, the media behaved as if he were not entitled to such rights, making statements like, he should be arrested, he should step down as a bishop, he should be jailed, we have this evidence, that evidence, and so on. Let's watch this array of people asking the bishop to step down, even before the facts have come out and an FIR has been filed.
You know, the point here is the bishop is still holding the office as a bishop of Jalandhar and using every possible avenue to tarnish the image of the nun. The first thing that had to be done is for him to step down.
Meanwhile, there are calls for justice from within the Christian community for the bishop to step down.
This, what you're calling a stern message from the Cardinal, is not a stern message. What do you mean you want him to step down? He should have been removed unceremoniously 3 months ago. He should have been handed over to the police 3 months ago.
The least that the Catholic Church should have done was ask him to step down, because a man standing in the leadership of that position.
And the most funniest clip of all is when a movie maker was commenting on the issue and said, the very fact that there are a group of nuns sitting on the side of the road and protesting in itself is evidence to the crime. Just listen to this.
There have been a lot of facts which have come up, and the nuns sitting at the side of the road for justice itself is a big evidence that there has been very clear violation of rights.
Just imagine the prosecuting lawyer saying this to the judge. He or she will be laughed out of the courtroom. The court does not even accept a straightforward evidence if there are no correlating proof to confirm it. And this commentator is saying that nuns sitting down on the roadside in protest is the evidence of the crime. This is laughable. As you're aware, Bishop Franco was ultimately acquitted by the Kerala court due to lack of evidence and absence of reliable corroborating witnesses. It is unfortunate that in India, someone can be falsely accused of rape and the entire media becomes sensational without adhering to the 3 legal principles to which every citizen is entitled. Finally, I would like to play the words of Bishop Franco himself as he explains the turmoil he had to go through during this onslaught by the media.
You spoke about the derogatory statements. The amount of derogatory statements about me, is anyone bothered? I am also an individual. I am also a citizen. Okay, I am accused. But does that give license to everyone to tarnish my image, character assassination? Inquiries going on, let them come up with the report, and if I am found guilty, even if I am not guilty, if I am found guilty, I am liable to be punished. Afterwards you can say anything, but at this moment what all things going on is not justifiable, but then I suffer it silently and keep moving.
It's really sad what happened to Bishop Franco. I hope none of us have to go through what he had to. Let's keep him in our prayers. God bless you.